To get ready for this show here this year, 2011 Mr. Olympia, what went through Phil Heath's mind?
Having a dream of one day wanting to be Mr. Olympia, manifesting to becoming Mr. Olympia.
Trying to accomplish what I needed to accomplish, especially in the bodybuilding world and sport in general.
To our winner tonight.
The bodybuilding world was shocked by the news of Shawn Rhoden's passing on November 6, 2021 due to a heart attack. As news of Shawn Rhoden's demise spread, bodybuilding notables posted their reactions and tributes on Instagram. Phil Heath spoke heartfelt words for perhaps his biggest rival on the bodybuilding scene. "I've been sitting here all day trying to find my words. I feel completely numb and I don't want to believe it. My heart aches for your sweet baby girl, your ex-wife, your mother, siblings, and all of your family and friends. I can only pray that your soul is at peace, that you can look down on your family and friends and be their big guardian angel. I will never forget the many years of brotherhood, the banter, the laughs, and the wild times we shared on stage."
To get ready for this show here this year, 2011 Mr. Olympia, what went through Phil Heath's mind?
I've done cardios up in cardios and posing up and posing. I've looked at more fish than I've ever looked at fish.
I want these same judges to judge me again and tell me I'm not good enough.
That I'm going to be the 13th Mr. Olympia.
I got my ass kicked every day in the gym.
What we have here, we have high tops, the highest tops.
There's a snow boots.
At Shuri Cremona and I send our deepest condolences. We are lifting up your family and friends in prayer. May they feel peace and understanding and know that you're never too far away. May God rest your soul. Rest in peace, my brother, in iron number 14. But was this love and admiration always a part of the relationship between the two champs? Unlikely.
Having a dream of one day wanting to be Mr. Olympia, manifesting to becoming Mr. Olympia.
It's very difficult because of the internet, you start listening to way too many negativity.
Oh yeah, I think just a bunch of numbers put together for lazy people.
It's just a matter of how you look at it. Like when you're out here, you know what you need to do and what you need to get done. That doesn't mean that you need to be critical.
An unrivaled champ. 7 times Mr. Olympia Phil Heath's journey in bodybuilding is fascinating. Before entering the world of competitive bodybuilding, he majored in information technology and played basketball for years. Afterward, his journey in competitive bodybuilding started in 2003. He won his first Mr. Olympia in 2011. Later on, he held his dominance in the sport with 7 consecutive wins. However, the IFFB pro bodybuilder confessed in a recent interview that he trained rigorously for many years to remain a champion. And who was responsible for the first and most decisive stumble his shining career took? The ever-incredible Shawn Rhoden, when he lost his title to him.
Realizing that, there takes a lot of maturity as being a champion.
Trying to accomplish what I needed to accomplish, especially in the bodybuilding world and sport in general.
You're going to follow with this exercise and follow with this exercise. Whereas you're constantly changing it.
I definitely wasn't satisfied with second, and knowing that I was that close at the 2010 Mr. Olympia.
Mr. Olympia 2018, Shawn Rhoden. Congratulations, my friend. We love you. Let's hear it for Mr. Olympia!
Losing a world-class title to someone is a hard blow, and Phil Heath is only human. His loss was spectacular, owing to how badly he had performed, and the benefit fell to Shawn. The debate about why Shawn Rhoden defeated Phil Heath is still happening around the world. However, unlike past Olympias where most controversies were justified, little can be argued about that year's Olympia decision. Nobody saw it coming before the show, and most people assumed Phil Heath would tie for most Olympia wins ever. However, Shawn Rhoden rolled into town and put a stop to Phil's flight. Interestingly, 2018 had been a roller coaster for Shawn Rhoden. Earlier that year, Rhoden had to drop out of Arnold Classic citing health issues. Before the Arnold Classic, Shawn was sent to the hospital due to some extreme dehydration, 2 ulcers, and a serious case of the flu. To make matters worse, Shawn's hemoglobin level was at 4, which should normally be around 14. Rhoden lost a lot of blood due to the 2 ulcers bleeding into his intestine. 6 blood transfusions helped Rhoden's body reach levels where it could produce blood on its own. But it made no difference to the results of the championship. Phil even spoke about his Olympia loss, not recovering properly from his double hernia surgery and his next, even bigger, hernia surgery. While Phil said he knew he was behind in the race for the title, experts spoke otherwise. Phil Heath was the reigning Mr. Olympia for 7 consecutive years, a feast only Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney had accomplished before him. If Phil Heath won the 2018 Mr. Olympia, he would have tied with Coleman and Haney for the most number of Mr. Olympia title wins. It would be safe to call Shawn Rhoden a dark horse in the contest for the 2018 Mr. Olympia title. The pictures of the 2 top finishers of 2018 Mr. Olympia finals spoke loud and clear. There was a stark contrast between Shawn's and Phil's arms and stomachs, and this is where Shawn overtook Phil in the race for the Mr. Olympia title. The final showdown in that year's Olympia had more poses than the usual. Phil's blocky stomach became a bottleneck in all his poses, from the front double biceps to the back poses. Nonetheless, Shawn became the first Jamaican to win the Mr. Olympia title. The Jamaican, even with all his setbacks, had total faith in his training, diet, and coach. In the end, Shawn's grit, patience, hard work, and perseverance paid dividends. Throughout that year, Shawn showed a fighter spirit and was crowned the best bodybuilder in the world.
When I'm back home and I'm training, it's like, hey, you know what? It's time to up it a notch. And
It's a lot of challenge, man. That's the good thing about bodybuilding. I actually lost a scholarship to college because of this.
To our winner tonight, 2018 Mr. Olympia.
Here with Muscle and Strength, Pro-Ups, the infamous legend Shawn Rhoden.
A bright light snuffed out. Shawn Rhoden shared a heartwarming post on social media of him hugging his young daughter just days before the bodybuilder's shocking demise. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away, he wrote on the post. The first picture features Rhoden holding Cora with a message on the photo reading, "Princess, you are my reason, my purpose, and my why. #Cora Capri." However, some lesser-known details about the events that led to the late Shawn Rhoden's untimely demise last year have emerged. Stan DeLongo is one of Shawn Rhoden's close friends and training partners, and he was privy to some details that only Rhoden's close circle was aware of. During his recent visit to the Menace podcast on the Muscle and Fitness YouTube channel, Stan spoke about Shawn Rhoden's recent medical history and events that led to his unfortunate passing. Stan affirmed that Shawn Rhoden had suffered 2 prior heart attacks before the fatal attack that claimed his life.
I took it like a champ, and I was like, this is what it's like to be a pro.
Just knowing that I belonged. I have a whole lot of more years ahead of me in the sport that are going to be better.
Hey, without these guys, in all honesty, without these guys, I would not be here. These are my family. This is my strength.
I know that everything that I have, I earned it. Like nothing was ever given.
I see a lot of negative feedback from fans. I think they really wanted to see a change.
He also stated that Rhoden had kept it a secret, and Stan was one of the few people privy to this information. During Stan's move to Chicago from Los Angeles, Shawn Rhoden probably suffered a heart attack. However, he was not aware of it at the time, and during his stay at the hospital after the second heart attack, the doctors speculated that the previous one might have been a minor heart attack. Stan DeLongo added that the doctors were monitoring Shawn Rhoden after the second heart attack. They advised Rhoden to dump some blood every 56 days, which probably means blood transfusion. According to Stan, Rhoden recovered well and looked healthy until the fatal heart attack took him. So what contributed to this apparently healthy and robust champ's early demise?
The Olympia gold medal. The check for $200,000.
Stage 4 lung cancer, and they gave him 3 months to live.
No, because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he can sign whatever the hell he wants.
So after he passed away, I quit bodybuilding.
Out in the magazines coming up, and those things were the deciding factor.
Started drinking and partying, and everything else.
Honey, we're here with 2-time Mr. Olympia, Phil Heath. We're just talking about the change you made overnight.
But why answered. Steroids are an integral part of competitive bodybuilding, and it is nearly impossible for anyone not using them to reach the absolute top of the sport. A lot of health issues that bodybuilders face are attributed to the rampant use of steroids and other performance enhancers. Unsurprisingly, steroids use was speculated to be a contributing factor to Shawn Rhoden's case. However, Stan DeLongo claimed that Rhoden was definitely not overusing steroids. He further claimed that the late bodybuilder had barely taken them in a couple of years before his death. Stan DeLongo's claims about Shawn Rhoden's limited use of steroids cannot be denied. However, every individual's body responds to substances in a different manner. While some may get away with massive steroid abuse, others can experience the negative effects even with limited use. Therefore, steroids can very well be a contributing factor in Shawn Rhoden's unfortunate death.
You know, sometimes that fight is needed in order for you to make it to the next stage in life.
Side chest.
I spend more time fighting myself than training. Fourth call out, and I'm still standing here going.
And hopefully, you know, I can go back to my hotel room, figure out how I can even improve on that.
Shawn Rhoden was taking necessary care after a heart attack, but he did not feel familiar symptoms before the fatal heart attack. He believes that could have caused him to not seek medical help in time. While Shawn Rhoden's reluctance to seek frequent medical help might come as a surprise to many, a past experience had permanently altered Rhoden's perception of a hospital. However, Stan opined that if Shawn Rhoden was not afraid of visiting hospitals, the doctors would probably have addressed the situation in time and saved him before it was too late. Unfortunately, we can only wish that it had never happened. Stan DeLongo stated that he has become more aware and cautious about his health due to Shawn Rhoden's passing, and that should count for something. That's all we have for you, folks. Join us next time